Good evening, everybody. David Paul here in the KHOU 11 Weather Center on a Tuesday evening where it's been another day where we had a round of scattered rain and thunder showers. Some areas picked up more than others. West side of the bay, Baytown, Clear Lake, NASA, Baytown, Mont Bellevue, Liberty. You guys had some of the heavier rain today. Also up toward Livingston and Cleveland had some heavier showers. It's all gone right now. Looking beautiful across the Med Center right now, some cloud debris. You know, it's not out of the question that we could still see an isolated shower or even an isolated thunder shower pop up this evening. Sometimes we call those sunset sprouters. It just seems to, towards sunset, even though we've had rain, the little boundaries can line up, the winds drop off a little bit, and we can get an isolated thunder shower. So that's a chance this evening, but overall, it's going to be quiet this evening and overnight. But more storms again on Wednesday. I've written scattered storms. It's going to be a lot of rain tomorrow, especially late morning through mid to late afternoon. That's the next batch of storms that's going to come in from West Texas. And then a stormy Thursday morning. I want to highlight that because we could have some slower moving heavy thunderstorms on Thursday morning. That on top of all the rain we've had and are going to have ahead of that. The ground's getting saturated. It's street flooding, street ponding. That may become a widespread threat as we head into Thursday morning for your commute through at least lunchtime. So heads up for folks who have stuff to do on Thursday morning. As far as chances, pops, percentage of precipitation, 80% Wednesday, 80% Thursday, 80% Friday. It won't rain all the time. We'll get breaks, but when it comes down, it's going to be widespread and heavy. And then still a chance for scattered showers Saturday and Father's Day. Sunday as the wet weather pattern keeps on going. Beautiful at Kemah this evening, 86 in Galveston, Pearland's 89, Wharton's 89, Sugar Land 91, Conroe's 85, Huntsville at 80, Cleveland 82. Still some remnant rain cooled air from some heavier thunder showers up here late morning through the early part of the afternoon that have now pushed east into Louisiana. See there some of the rain totals, some of the heavier rain totals we've had over the past 48 hours. Mont Bellevue, Baytown, spots here better than 4 inches the past 2 days. Lake Houston area, 1.1 inch. Tascasita, some isolated spots have had more than that. This is Texas City in particular, 1.3 inches estimated by radar. Downtown, less than an inch. But Spring Cypress, 3.5 to 4 inches of rain up in here, especially yesterday's heavy thunderstorm up there near the Woodlands. Sugar Land, a little better than half an inch of rain, but again, some isolated spots have had more than that. And then out here toward southern Austin County, Sealy area, 4.1 inches of rain from heavy thunderstorms there yesterday. Here's the current radar loop over the past 2 hours. That round of rain we had earlier in the day heading east, skedaddling out of here. I see one little shower out here over the Gulf of Mexico, a couple of showers fizzling in Brazoria County now. As I mentioned, not out of the question we could have an isolated shower pop in Harris County over the next hour or two. I don't see anything. Is that a shower trying to pop? Beltway, west side of I-10 near the Addicks Reservoir. We'll keep an eye on that one. Whatever does pop this evening should not amount to too much. Zooming out, you can get the idea of the timeline. There's today's rain. We've got a nice gap in between our next round of rain and thunder, which is out here moving into West Texas. That's Wednesday's round of rain and storms. At least it's part of the energy that will produce the thunderstorms as we go into tomorrow. Let's get the timing on that big picture. So this is here we are now with showers and thunder in West Texas. It blows through central Texas. Then the line itself is forecast to just kind of evaporate as it heads toward Houston, Galveston. Our atmosphere is worked over, so early in the morning, 7 a.m., that line should weaken to nothing. We're expecting to start the morning quiet. Look what happens by late morning, early afternoon. By 1 p.m., storms are blossoming across Houston and greater southeast Texas. There will be some heavy downpours here. There will be some street ponding and street flooding, at least some. This is by 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. And we go into 3, 4, 5:30 and still lingering showers, but things should settle down after that. So between really 11:30 and 5:30, a good chance for rain and thunderstorms. And we'll take a closer look at that here in just a moment. Flood risk tomorrow is considered slight. It's a 2 out of a 4-tiered scale. When you see that, it means we are expecting street ponding and street flooding. We will see that in many spots tomorrow during the middle part of the day. Here's a closer view. 7 a.m. Wednesday morning. Expected to be quiet will go into 10:30, 11. That's when storms are going to begin to pop. So by mid to late morning on Wednesday, showers and thunderstorms popping, maybe some stronger storms up north and west. Even these isolated storms could produce some really heavy rain in this very humid tropical atmosphere. A lot of moisture available. Storms just go through the day, lasting at least through 4:30. And then we should see things begin to weaken. Bear with me just a moment. I want to drag this out and show you a little bit more as far as the timeline goes. Let's take that into Wednesday. This is 10:30 Wednesday night. So by that time, perhaps Houston drying out. But this line of storms has been forecast for the past 24 hours by models. This could produce some significant flooding threats. Austin to Brenham, Central Texas, as we head into Wednesday night. So while Houston may get a break, more rain in Central Texas. Let's go out further in time. Look at that line of thunderstorms. So if this verifies, this is 2 a.m. Thursday morning. Hopefully we're just quietly sleeping, but if this does verify, that's the type of heavy downpour and training echo that could cause a lot of flooding in low-lying and rural areas out here. Wharton County, Colorado County, Austin County, Washington County, up toward College Station, western Grimes County. So be very careful. Heads up for some heavy rain early Thursday morning. And then we continue into 4:30. Let's go to 5 a.m. So by 5 a.m. Thursday morning, here's that line of heavy rain and thunder right across the heart of southeast Texas, up and down the I-45 and 288 corridor. So Thursday morning, pre-dawn, could see very heavy rain. If that verifies, we're going to see a lot of street flooding and street ponding. It's going to be a day when you really want to check the weather and stay close to the forecast before you head out in it. We go into 9 o'clock, rain pushing east, and then after that, a lot of the rain is going to get out of here with a lingering shower Thursday afternoon. So Wednesday afternoon and Thursday morning, that's our next two rounds that could be quite heavy across Houston and southeast Texas as we stay in this very wet weather pattern tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. Every day lit up in red as a day we're watching carefully to stay close to the forecast for these rounds of heavy rain coming in. There are a couple of ingredients going into this setup. At the surface, we have a weak stationary boundary. Think of this as acting like a speed bump. It helps to get the air rising from the surface. There's a tremendous amount of moisture in the atmosphere. That moisture wants to rise. You get a little boundary in there to give it a little bump, and it gets going, and once it gets going, it can accelerate upward and cause these rain showers and thunderstorms. Wednesday and Thursday, that pattern stays with us. But there's a bigger player at work, and that is what's going on at the mid-levels of the atmosphere. This is the wind flow forecast up at about 18,000 feet, about 500 millibars for the home Mets. This is the GFS. This is tomorrow, Wednesday, and there's the upper level low, big upper level low, very well defined, sitting over west central Texas. So upper lows, they create lift and widespread rain and storms. So we have that surface boundary helping to get the lift started. Once it gets going, this upper level low just helps to accelerate the process. And that's why Texas has been so wet and will continue to be as that low parks itself over Texas on Wednesday. And it moves, but it's still basically in the same spot on Thursday. So Wednesday and Thursday looking like two very wet days across the state, and we are under the influence of that upper low, especially on the east and southeast side of that. This is where a lot of the lift will be, on this side of the low. That's what's going on to give us the wet weather. You get an upper low like that in June over Texas, and you quite often get this, a whole lot of rain. Rain totals forecast now through Friday midday, a lot of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-inch rain totals by that time. And that's why the street ponding, street flooding, low-lying water crossing threat is really growing from central Texas to east Texas, even up to northeast Texas and Dallas, as we head through the next several days. You get into high water, stop, turn around, don't drown. Take those words seriously across Texas over the next several days. Drought update, this is from last Thursday, so it doesn't include all the rain we've been getting. So this area in San Antonio, and a lot of this is going to show big improvements when we get our update on Thursday. just to show you where we are in Houston, southeast Texas. No drought here, and it's all been wiped out. And with the heavy rain totals they've had in Colorado County, we'll see improvements there. All the farm tanks, all the fields going into summer with plenty of soil moisture and plenty of water in the tanks across the southeast Texas area. Rainfall outlook. Now, this is further out in time. This is looking ahead to the week of the 16th through the 20th. Above normal rain chances expected to stay with us. What about temperature? In general, a large part of the U.S., including Texas, staying above normal temperature-wise, looking at June 16th through the 20th. No tropical development in the Atlantic Basin. That's quiet as a mouse right now. Expected to stay that way for the next 7 days. We do have 2 tropical storms on the Pacific side, Barbara and Cosme. Both of these are in the process of weakening, and they will continue their weakening process and fizzle out over the open East Pacific and not make landfall. That's the forecast for the next several days in the Pacific. Wednesday's numbers, looking like we're going to start the morning at sunrise quiet, and then an 80% chance for rain and thunder before noon, through noon, and into the afternoon. The extended forecast, 80% rain chance tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. And again, at the moment, it looks like Thursday morning may be the heaviest of the bunch. The heaviest round of rain and thunder that we have had so far would be Thursday morning. We're keeping a close eye on that. Friday, 80%. Still a chance for scattered showers Saturday and Father's Day Sunday. And then rain chances stay with us as this wet general weather pattern stays with us going into the first couple of days of next week. All right, everybody, that's where we stand. Stay close to the forecast with us. Download the app and have a nice evening.